Good morning, I'm Steve Gustitis and this is Walkabout. What do you think about hiking at nighttime out in the backcountry? We'll talk about that coming up right after this. If you've never hiked out in the backcountry at nighttime or in the dark, you ought to try it at least once. First, you might consider hiking at night a few miles or in the dark to get to a cool spot for a spectacular sunrise one morning. Or you could consider hiking back to camp in the dark after you've enjoyed a beautiful sunset one evening. So have you considered hiking in the dark simply to enjoy the darkness? Does it sound scary? Well, it is scary. But that's the point, isn't it? To experience nature and the outdoors in a way that you've never thought of before. So if you do decide to give night hiking a try, what are some things that you ought to consider before venturing out into the darkness? The first thing to consider is that everything looks different in the dark. Even familiar trails look different. Secondly, navigation at night is a lot trickier. Trail junctions look different at night. Trail signs and cairns can be easily missed in the dark. It's really difficult to estimate distances at night. You don't have landmarks or you don't have the topography to help you figure out where you might be on the trail. So like I said, navigation at night can be tricky. And the third thing to consider is that certainly hiking at night and in the dark can sometimes be dangerous when you're out in the backcountry. Hiking on trails that are difficult or that you're not familiar with in the daytime could pose risk to you. Hiking in bear country at night could be a risk. And something that you might not have thought about is that your footing can be different. At nighttime, you don't have the horizon to help keep you balanced and oriented. And when you're hiking at nighttime in the dark, you've got to be careful about your footing. So if you're going to take a run at night hiking, there's some things you're going to need. Obviously, you'll need a headlamp with some extra batteries. The red light on the headlamp helps to preserve your night vision. The white light is more luminous, of course, but it'll destroy your night vision until you turn it off and let your eyes get accustomed to the darkness again. I'd also recommend trekking poles when hiking in the dark. It'll help your footing and help keep your balance when you're on trail. And trekking poles can be used to create a natural noise to alert wildlife of your presence by just whacking the trekking poles together, hitting rocks or tree stumps. And certainly you'll need your bear spray at the ready when you're out in the backcountry, in bear country, hiking at night. So hiking at night isn't for everyone, but it can be exciting and a really special way to experience the outdoors and nature when you're out in the backcountry. If you're interested in hiking at nighttime, start and get some experience by hiking on familiar trails close to home. And until you get some experience hiking in the dark and at nighttime, I'd avoid difficult trails or difficult climbs until you get that experience with footing and navigation out in the backcountry. So if you decide to give night hiking a try, I'd love to hear about it down in the comment section. So I appreciate you watching today, and I'll see you next time here at Walkabout.